Welcome to the Reconnection Club podcast, the show that helps parents heal troubled relationships with their adult sons and daughters. I'm your host, psychotherapist Tina Gilbertson. Each week, I'll offer you compassion, clarity, and personal development tips designed to help you reconnect, not only with your child, but with yourself. Now let's get started. When you're on the unwilling end of an estrangement from your adult child, patience is often part of the reconnection process. This is because, for various reasons, no matter what parents do or say, many adult children simply need more time before they're ready to engage. But that doesn't mean that there's nothing for parents to do in those cases but wait. When Reconnection Club members ask in our forums, how long should I wait before making another attempt at contact, I get a little bit nervous. I picture the parent putting a date on their calendar when they'll try reaching out again, and then sitting back, maybe meditating on patience, and trying to live the best possible life they can without their child until that date when they can take action again. But that is too passive an approach for a parent to take in repairing the relationship with their child. The thing to realize is that you don't need your child's participation to actively work on that relationship, and that it is your active work that will have the greatest impact on the outcome. When it comes to making repairs, don't wait another second. Start working on preparing yourself for a better relationship, because in most cases, there's plenty of work for parents to do before a better relationship becomes not only possible, but permanent. Patience during estrangement does not mean twiddling your thumbs, distracting yourself, or just hoping your child changes his mind. I'm not saying don't distract yourself with other activities. I think distraction is a good thing when you're dealing with something that's difficult and ongoing. But when you're not distracting yourself from the problem in a constructive way, you can contribute to an eventual solution by cultivating, let's call it active patience. That is, have a personal development project that you're working on that will enhance what you bring to your relationship when your child is ready to re-engage. Just waiting out the time is a huge waste of your potential. Remember that you are the captain of your relationship with your child, and when that relationship is in trouble, that's not the time to put your feet up and wait for something to change. Just because contacting your child is not effective right now doesn't mean you can't make good use of the time you have for the benefit of both of you. Here are a few things you can do that don't involve reaching out to your child, but that also aren't passively waiting for something to happen. First, examine your own relationship history, starting with your family of origin. What themes or patterns emerge as you think about your experiences in relationships with others from your very earliest years? Understanding yourself as someone's child, rather than just someone else's parent, is essential if you want to grasp what you are bringing to your relationships. And if you don't know what you're bringing to the table, you can't make changes that might improve the situation. You just don't have the information. Second, cultivate emotional literacy. Learn how to identify and label as many different emotions as possible without judgment. You can't effectively address emotions in yourself or others if you're not familiar and comfortable with a variety of feelings. Emotion is the language of relationships, even though it's often unspoken. Become fluent in emotions so that you can navigate all your relationships more smoothly. Emotional literacy helps us understand ourselves and others. So learn to recognize, name, and allow a broad range of emotions. Don't wait for a sign or signal from your child. You can do this now while you have time. This is a way to be patient, but not passive. A third thing you can do to facilitate the healing of your relationship with your child, even without his or her participation, is to expand your capacity for kindness and joy and any other quality that you want to characterize your relationship with your child when she comes back around. If you want to have a relationship of trust with your child, it's important to examine your capacity for trust in relationships. If you don't trust your child, it will be that much harder for her to trust you. Whatever you want in your relationship, understanding, affection, patience, generosity, you'll want to try to increase your capacity for that quality before your child comes back. She may not have large stores of carefree goodwill or boundless positivity to bring to a renewed relationship because she may be fearful of things going wrong again if she reconnects. And obviously, we are not at our best when we're fearful. So plan to look to your own stores of the good stuff that you can sprinkle over the relationship in the future. If you've been feeling hurt, angry, desperate, or scared by the estrangement, focusing on things like kindness and joy and trust and goodwill might be hard to do. That's why this will take time, and why I urge you to cultivate an attitude of active patience. Don't wait for your child to come around. Assume that he's doing whatever work he needs to do, but look for work that you can do today and every day in the service of a better future relationship. So again, here are those 3 projects I mentioned that you can and perhaps even should be working on instead of passively waiting until the next contact. Number 1, examine your own relationship history without judgment, but with wide open eyes. Look for themes in relationship troubles and seek professional help if necessary with healing from any painful patterns that you might uncover. 2, cultivate and practice emotional literacy. That is, learn to recognize, label, and accept all emotions as valid. For help with this one, you might want to read my book about how to deal with emotions. It's called Constructive Wallowing: How to Beat Bad Feelings by Letting Yourself Have Them. And number 3, expand your capacity for the qualities you want in your relationship with your child. Make sure that you are ready for the affection, kindness, trust, connection, or whatever it is you seek in a better bond with your adult child. The next time you find yourself asking, how long should I wait before the next contact? Remind yourself that waiting is not something you need to be doing at all, because waiting is passive. Be patient, but take action, and take it regularly to prepare yourself for the next chapter in your relationship. Because in doing that, you will write that chapter, taking your true place as the primary author of your parent-child relationship. Until next time, remember that you are a loving, lovable, and still growing human being. So please take good care of yourself. Bye for now. If you've enjoyed this episode of the Reconnection Club podcast, I invite you to check out ReconnectionClub.com. The Reconnection Club is for parents at any stage of estrangement from their adult, child, or children. So whether you've just realized there's trouble between you, you've been living with estrangement for years, or you're newly reconciled but still walking on eggshells, the Reconnection Club is your essential resource for information, support, and continued personal growth. With our courses and workshops, expert interviews, monthly Q&A calls, and a friendly, active community, the Reconnection Club is a wonderful place to be for anyone suffering the pain of estrangement from an adult, child, or children. So check it out at ReconnectionClub.com.